preparations of the hanging are underway, as DCP Rao, former DCP Rao, was also telling us. I remember the police officer who played a very crucial role in the investigation, Sharma. Anil Kumar Sharma, who was in fact at that point of time SHO Vasant Vihar. When this in fact crime took place, there was former DCP South Chaya Sharma, under whom in fact this entire task force was made. And I just want to for a moment just give our viewers an update which is coming in from the Tihar prison. What we are knowing, what we have been told right now is that all 4 accused have reached the execution chamber, and now their faces are being covered. Remember, their hands would be tied, their feet would be tied, and then their faces would be covered. And the process of execution is just going to begin in a short moment from now. This is the first time in independent India that 4 accused, 4 convicts are being hung together. Munish Pandey and Anisha Mathur, both my colleagues, are outside the Tihar prison. Munish, very quickly, what more details do we have?
Well, the preparations are on, and at this point of time we have been given to understand is that all prisoners have been marched towards the Gallows area. A cotton mask has been put on their face, and there are 6 guards per prisoner as of now. So they are being taken to the scaffold area. They have been mounted on the beam where the rope is attached, and soon now the rope will be fixed to their neck, and then their hands and legs will be tied. I'm also being joined by Anisha Mathur, who has covered this case from very first day. Anisha, finally they will be hanged. There were so many legal hurdles as of if we talk about the case. What do you think was the challenging point when the judiciary, at that point of time also came under fire, and it took 7 years for the entire judgment to come?
See, Manish, when we're looking at this case, this has been something that the judiciary and the executive have expedited very, very much, because this has been a classic case where a lot of things were expedited. But in the last 1.5 years, we've seen after 2017, once the appeals were dismissed, none of the from 2017 July to 2018, when Nirbhaya's parents finally went to the Patiala House Court asking for a date for the death penalty to be given, the executive sat on the entire process. The process of ensuring that the death warrants were issued by the judiciary was just not done, till it fell on Nirbhaya's parents to run from pillar to post, come to the Patiala House Court, file a petition, and then wait for the replies to be filed. For several months, nothing was done. And in the last 1.5 years, we've really seen the delays that can happen when there is apathy and lapses in the system itself. But on the whole, we've seen this case getting expedited very much. We've seen how the forensics came in very quickly, the DNA reports came in very quickly, the investigation was done, the trial was done expeditiously. The High Court considered the appeal, then the Supreme Court considered the appeal within 2 years. So after all of that, finally we are seeing, after 7.5 years, the death penalty.
Absolutely. And Ankit, now 4 minutes from now they will be executed. So the preparations are at last stage.
Absolutely.
They are on the beam where the ropes are attached to their neck, and moments from now they'll be hanged.
It's very awkward as a human being to in fact do a sort of a countdown on somebody's death. Yes, these people, they are convicted of one of the most heinous crimes, a crime that possibly will be remembered for a very, very long time in Indian history, that changed a lot of things. But it's very awkward right now to sit here and sort of give you a countdown of 4 people, those who are going to be executed, 4 people, those who are going to be hanged in just a short while from now. But this is also a very, stark reminder, a sober reminder. If you convict a heinous crime, this is how your life ends. hopefully that it serves as a deterrent as far as the cases against women in the country are concerned. I just want to, for a moment, also very quickly give you an update which is coming in from the Tihar prison. At this moment, all the 4 accused are, in fact, in the execution chamber. The process is that they are not allowed to see the gallows. So before they are taken inside and before their faces are going to be covered, Pawan is the executioner who is going to cover their faces, and then their hands would be tied behind their back, then their feet are going to be tied, and then all 4 of them in fact would be taken to the hang rope, in fact the beam where the rope is in fact for 4 ropes right now are hanging for all these accused. I just, as I've been saying, and I want to go back to right now to Tihar prison where Munish, my colleague, is. Munish, a lot of people are there. I mean, I would not say that they are there for some sort of a sadistic pleasure, but this is a case which touched chords at almost every house. I mean, unprecedented amount of protests took place. People took this very personally. It was more or less a turning point where a crime like rape became a discussion point in every house. Just give our viewers a very quick sense of what is happening outside the Tihar prison right now.
Yeah, well, Ankit, this is the 3rd execution I am covering. Earlier it was, Kasab and then Yaqub Minan. But this is the first time I am getting a sense where so much crowd has gathered. I'll request my camera person Nasi to show you the visuals outside. You know, already there is a corona scare in the country, in this city. There are many positive cases. There are many suspects, but more than 1,000 people have gathered here. Finally, the jail authorities had to call for the paramilitary forces, and then paramilitary forces have been deployed here. So as of now, what we are seeing is that right from the people who stay nearby this area, they are holding the placard. Thanks to judiciary, thanks to the people who were part of it. There is tribute to also Nirbhaya. So lot of people have gathered here at this point of time. It is something which is very historic. This execution is historic, this decision is historic, and that is why we are seeing this unprecedented scene outside the Tihar jail.
There is
1 minute from now there
is a complete lockdown, as Munish in fact is speaking there from outside. There are a lot of people, massive security arrangement, but there is a complete lockdown in